Tell you what, the Sunday forecast spot on for the Patriots later today, you were saying. Football weather.
Yeah, it is football weather. I mean, and it's pretty good football weather. Around here, it could be snowing. And, you know, I don't know if you peeked at what graphic I was starting with, but look at that.
There it is.
There we go. We're starting with the Patriots game day here, and partly sunny. Temperature in the upper 30s. Winds really negligible, a little bit out of the north-northeast at 5 to 10. No big deal at all, and no big deal with the weather here. Christmas Eve or Christmas afternoon. It's kind of in the middle that we have the problem. So Christmas Eve, clouding up, but no problems at all. Temperatures going down to the 20s. So if you're heading to grandma's house this evening, or friends, or heading to a movie and Chinese food, whatever you're doing, enjoy. And then tomorrow we've got the rain and the snow in the morning, but it's going to be moving out in the afternoon. As a matter of fact, I think it moves out between 10 and 1. 1 would be the extreme northeastern portion of the area heading up towards the seacoast of New Hampshire. 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the Boston area. So we're going to put some maps in motion here, and I'm going to stop it right there. 4 o'clock tomorrow morning. And at that point, we've got rain and snow right along the coastline. Notice this rain-snow line very close to the 128 belt. It's really going to depend on exactly where this is. If this thing's a little further east, Boston ends up having snow on the ground by 9 o'clock. There's 1 or 2 inches of snow on the ground. But if the rain-snow line arcs a little bit further off towards the north, then it's nothing. It's completely bare ground, and it's that close. Remember, we're talking a very small distance between, say, Boston and Route 128. You know, you're only talking as the crow flies about 14 miles. And the computer models just cannot resolve a rain-snow line to that distance. There's just no way. So, you know, where it ends up is where we're going to end up with the most amount of snow and the least amount of snow. And here's what I'm thinking right now. So I put, you know, normally if I said, hey, 10 to 12 inches, you'd say, wow, that's a nice little narrow range for forecast. But, you know, when you're at 0 to 2, it seems like it's a big range, because you might be doing nothing, or you might have to move a little bit of slush around as you get to the 128 belt. 1, maybe up to 3 inches, and then 495, 3, maybe 6 would be pushing it. You'd have to get to the northern sections of 495. I really think you're going to have to go into southern New Hampshire, Maine, Vermont to get into that 6 to 9 inch amounts. Now, there is a winter storm warning up here. Notice it's concentrated here. It dips down into the hillier terrain of Massachusetts, but that's going to be about it. Most of us will not reach that 6 inch amount here. Winds, however, are going to be very gusty, first out of the northeast and then out of the west for tomorrow afternoon. And those westerly winds could gust over 40 miles an hour, and that in itself could take down some power lines and some trees. So we could see some power outages. I don't want to see that on Christmas. Nobody does, but be aware that that could happen. Maybe have the candles ready to go and the flashlights just in case. And whatever happens, it gets real cold here, Nick. Tuesday and Wednesday, seasonably cold to below average. And then I'm going to call this frigid. Thursday, when you only hit 15 for a high in Boston, that's frigid. That's some cold stuff.
I'm officially saying goodbye to the shorts, Dave. It's been a good run. All right.